Wasn't really sure how that last video would have been received, but it was well received, and like when I show my mistakes, if somebody benefits from it, then it's worth it. But it's the next morning, let's get back to work. You know, it's just so much work with these cheap little tandem axle hydraulic dump trailers to have to get your leg in there and pull the pin and to get that stand down. And I mean, poor Jeffery can't be doing all that work. So we're welding in another one for him, so he doesn't have to bend over so much. And I know it's going to be asked, so yes, I did already unhook the battery and the electronics and everything, so I don't try it. What's going on here? I'm guessing, trip the breaker. Awesome. Well, the wind was definitely not cooperating, but got it done. So I was just inside eating some lunch and was reading through the comments, and I'm gonna say I was a bit apprehensive about what the response was going to be to the video, but overall it was incredibly positive and impactful, it seemed, for most. If I don't respond to comments again, I'm sorry. I just have a lot I'm working on. But to those of you that have shared your issues, I appreciate it. As others have said, I think it helps opening up and bringing those to the surface and discussing them. So if this helped you, then I'm absolutely glad I did it. I hope some of this helps some of you that are dealing with similar issues. I'm definitely glad I made that video now, even though at the time I wasn't really sure it was a great idea. It's been asked a couple times what the treatment is that worked for me. And to understand that treatment, why it works, I think you have to understand where my depression comes from. My brain gets stuck on like an endless loop, like computer code that just cycles endlessly on negative thoughts. I would always just think about things that depressed me, which would depress me and make me think about other things that depressed me. And it was just this vicious circle of despair, really. And the treatment that I found that I've been on since pretty much the month I got out of prison, when I went to the VA and got a new doctor and he was willing to work with me, is Adderall. Adderall is the one thing I found that lets me take my brain power and apply it to the task at hand and not have it just always cycling in the background, all these negative thoughts. So that's what works for me. Worked well, incredibly well for me. I've been doing great since I started it. I'm functioning, and I was not functioning before. I appreciate all of the comments, all of you opening up. Thank you. Let's get back to work. I prefer that this not overhang, but with it pushed back flush, the back jaw of the vise sits behind this ledge. It'll be a whole lot easier to use for certain things with it out a little bit. And this is beefy enough, and I don't put so much weight on it that I think it'll even really be an issue. Let's go with another clamp. All right. I'm thinking I may go cut down a tree tomorrow. So I just want to give her a little TLC. I usually do this like once a week with saws. I only ran it for maybe 15 minutes for one day. That was that first climb video. Yeah, as you can see, not a whole lot at all. But my bar's a little bent. Yeah, ever so slightly, not enough to even worry about. Something new I'm trying. A couple viewers recommended when I brought up the 200T and the issues I was saying that it had with getting dirt under the air cleaner. Just some white lithium grease. I already put it on my 200T, but figured it can't hurt anything on my other saws either. Look, I'm sorry, Chris CC. I'll put it on the right way just for you, buddy. All right, how's that? That better? Your OCD kicking in nice now? Who's the idiot now? I don't know what you're talking about. Never happened. No public record on YouTube or anything. Test drive. Oh yeah, that's pretty. Kind of loud to be talking to you. I've heard from a couple different sources, or people rather, with the M-tronic models, you want to let them idle for a bit before you turn them off to charge a capacitor. And I've looked and there's nothing anywhere that says anything about charging a capacitor. The literature actually says that there is no charge stored on the machine. It just starts the computer with that first signal as soon as you give it a pull. But what it does say is that you want to let it idle to cool it. Just a little FYI. Kind of wanted to get that anchor point done, but once I started going on saws, I just kind of didn't stop. So I did a couple more and they're all pretty and clean and good to go. Used to be far back there. Everything in this video so far was actually filmed on Saturday, and then on Sunday I went and cut down those trees. I'm always just a little more excited to edit tree footage than not tree footage. It's Wednesday now. Therapy is going amazing. I actually did plyometrics the other day, and it went incredibly well. My final evaluation is not this coming Monday, but was scheduled for the following Monday. I actually talked to the therapist and my caseworker and moved it up to next Wednesday because I'm tired of being on workman's comp. I want to get back to work. But finally ready to get going on this anchor point. I think I'm going to just use this angle, pick these up. These are supposedly pretty awesome for anchoring in concrete. And then for an actual anchor point, I'm going to use this cable tie just to take this piece off and use the U-bracket. I don't know how many times I told myself I need to buy a set of transfer punches. Hey, cool. There we go. punch mark? What the fuck? The fuck? Fucking awesome! Figured you were tired of watching me drill holes, but I got the other 4 for the lag bolts in. It's getting kind of late though, so I'm not going to lag it down tonight. I think that's about it for me. Have a good one, humans.